Hey, what's up? This is Gary. Just taking a break in my day from where I make video games for a living, which is here on a coconut farm here in Thailand. But I've been sitting on this idea a while, so I wanted to just throw up a video. You can use the audio if you want. Okay, so here's my idea. One of the first ideas I tried to give myself was like, what would be a good kart racer? I don't remember if it was brought up on the podcast or not, but I was like, what would be a good idea for something new in a kart racer? And I kind of sat on that for a while. And then next gen came up, and we were talking about like, what is something that would only be possible on next gen? And you know, so far fidelity and frame rates and all that are great, but one of the only things that seemed possible was that Ratchet and Clank preview, warping in and out of worlds. And I was thinking, like, how could you use this? So we got a kart racer, got warping in and out of worlds, and then another thing, which is like always a tough nut to crack, was how do you make a good Back to the Future game? And Back to the Future is almost more and more relevant every week. I'm hearing more people talk about the 40th anniversary 4K Blu-rays and all these things. And the Telltale game was probably the best version of a Back to the Future game, or frankly even what we could hope for a good Back to the Future sequel. But a kart racer, my idea would be you have 3 tracks, a past, a present, and a future, or 3 times in line, and your place in space, your position in space is persistent, but you might be on any one of the 3 tracks. So you're racing people from either, it could be laps or a start and end position, a finish line, and you're zipping in and out of time periods, maybe to chase or avoid, attack or avoid other players, or maybe to get other bonuses. And there's different kinds of resources in each of these time periods. Of course, trash in the future, plutonium in the present, and in the past, or maybe you know, getting struck by lightning, or you're on a train or something. So obviously there's a bunch of great characters and vehicles. You got the DeLorean, you got the future flying DeLorean with the Mr. Trash, and you got the train in the past. But there'd be great traps, like in the past, you launch back into the past, dip over the manure, so that in the future now that shortcut or something is now no longer accessible. And I was thinking, how would this work player-wise? You know, normal kart racer, you probably have like 8 to 12 racers on a track, and maybe you have 8 to 12 racers starting per time period, and you have 3 time periods and they all start at the same time. Or maybe it's kind of like a battle royale and you have a permadeath, and you have 100 people start and you're all taking each other out, and you know, zipping in and out of time periods, past, present, future, trying to avoid each other or get the best shortcut or something like that. And the first person to the finish line wins, but you're taking each other out along the way. Anyways, I thought this was a great use of the IP of Back to the Future. I think kart racing would be awesome with that IP and those vehicles. And I think this is only possible on next gen if you have a persistent race going on, and you don't even know that someone's in front of you, or maybe you have a little mini map showing where people are, but you can't tell, and then you zip into, like, if you're saying you're in the present and you zip into the past, and you're suddenly crowded around people, and you take them out, or you have to avoid them. So that's my idea for a Back to the Future kart racer game. So why don't you make it?